Hey there folks, and welcome to another episode of VGFacts 5 Trivia. Today we're taking a look at cut characters. Most characters that go into a game go through a long process of approval before they finally make the cut, while many others are removed for one reason or another. So let's take a look at a selection of 5 characters that were removed in some manner from a game's final release. During development of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, a game released on a whole bunch of different consoles, Activision planned to include both Link from the Legend of Zelda series and Samus Aran from the Metroid series as potential playable characters. The reason for their removal is unknown, but it's widely speculated that the reason was due to Nintendo being demoed the characters in a PlayStation 2 build of the game, and they weren't happy with seeing Samus and Link on a competitor's console. It's unlikely that Activision would have tried to include Nintendo characters in the final PS2 version of the game, but their decision to show them off on the wrong console likely cost them the inclusion altogether. Kingdom Hearts 2 is a game full of different Disney and Square Enix characters, often giving an older generation the joy of seeing their childhood cartoon characters brought back to life in a playable format. Many people would perhaps consider the film Toy Story to be one of these childhood favourites, and while it doesn't appear in the final game, the characters Woody and Buzz were at one point set to appear in the final mix edition of the game. Their unused 3D models can still be found within the game's summon data, albeit without textures. During development of Valve's zombie shooter Left 4 Dead, another special infected called the Screamer was set to appear among the cast of enemies. When attacked or agitated, the Screamer would run to a safe location and yell out a loud scream, calling out a horde of other zombies. While it was cut, many aspects of the enemy were retained in the game. The idea of attracting hordes of zombies was given to the Boomer in the form of his bile, and the concept of having to avoid an enemy completely or suffer the consequences was given to the Witch. His scream was given to the Hunter, and his maniacal cackle was given to the Jockey. Grand Theft Auto 3 was considered to be a highly controversial title at the time of its release, and received a lot of negative press surrounding its violent nature and encouraging of criminal activity. During the game's development process, there were plans for a homeless man named Darkle to appear in the game, who supposedly gave the player missions involving blowing up buildings. It was widely believed that he was removed after the 9/11 terrorist attacks, possibly due to developers thinking that Darkle's character was in bad taste. However, Rockstar has claimed that Darkle was removed because he did not tonally fit with the rest of the game, and his removal was not related to 9/11. Despite this, however, Darkle still remains listed in the manual credits and his character remains in the game's data. Super Smash Bros. Brawl's Subspace Emissary features a number of enemies designed specifically for Brawl. While not entirely cut from the game, an unused enemy called Mizzo can be found amongst these enemies. Mizzo can be seen within the Subspace Emissary, but was cut from any sort of real interaction. The place it's only ever shown is within the enemy display room inside the halberd. It appears to be an orb with arms and legs sticking out. Its animation and appearance suggests that it was meant to be encountered within water. Its name also implies this, as it sounds similar to the Japanese word mizu, meaning water. However, a trophy does exist for Mizzo, which will spawn randomly wherever trophies can spawn. The trophy description references this enemy's absence as well. Unfortunately, that's all for today, but why not subscribe to our channel or follow us on Facebook and Twitter? Have an idea for a list? Leave it in the comments below and we might just pick up on it. And hey, why not consider checking out some of our other videos? Special thanks to the True Boss 997 for submitting this list to us.